sur Dragon Age Origins. Et j'en ai profité pour boire un peu un verre d'eau. Allez, nous sommes partis. Qui prenons-nous avec nous pour aller au conclave? Bon, Zevran déjà c'est sûr. J'aimerais bien prendre le chien pour une fois. Pour un truc très drôle qui peut se passer au conclave si on le prend avec nous. Après, je vous laisse libre du choix de notre dernier compagnon. Qui prend-on? Nous avons Ogren qui ne sait pas se tenir, Liliana qui est orlésienne, Sten qui est chelou et qui fait peur aux gens, Morrigan qui est Morrigan, hein. Win, Shale qui risque de faire peur aux gens, et le chien, sachant que les Féreldiens aiment beaucoup les chiens. Tout le monde est niveau 20 sauf nous qui sommes 21. Allez, allons promener Palsan bleu. Ah, il y a eu un gain de niveau. Très bien. Eh bien, nous allons monter notre volonté et notre constitution. Travailler un peu notre herboristerie. Alors, qu'allons-nous prendre comme sort? Bah, carcan compresseur, hein, on était parti pour. Oh là là, cette barre de sort qui n'en finit plus. On va y arriver, hein. Je refais un peu mon tri parce que ça va être compliqué sinon. Qui sort le contrôle. Et le carcan compresseur pour l'autre déplacer d'un coup. Voilà. Et voilà. Après on va peut-être te regrouper par élément. On va laisser le cône là où il est. On va faire ça. Et ça. Ok. Là ça me paraît pas mal. Alistair. On continue en tant que champion. Motivation. Le ralliement augmente également l'attaque en plus de conférer un bonus de défense. Donc ça c'est bien. Et notre chien. Voilà. C'est fait. On est parti. Y a personne ici. Nous allons nous rendre au palais royal.
Warden, I am not surprised it has come to this. And Alistair, if you were even remotely worthy of being called Merrick's son, you would already be in the Landsmeet, now wouldn't you? You have torn Férelden apart to oppose the very man who ensured you were born into freedom. But do not think you will get past me to desecrate the Landsmeet itself. The nobles of Férelden will confirm my lord as regent, and we can finally put this to rest once you are gone.
Alors toi tu vas te taire, hein, tu nous as déjà mis en prison alors que on t'a rien fait, donc non.
I have had so many doubts of late. Loghain is a great man, but his hatred of Orlais has driven him to madness. He has done terrible things, I know it, but I owe him everything. I cannot betray him, do not ask me to. I never thought duty would taste so bitter. Stop him, Warden. Stop him from betraying everything he once loved. Please, show mercy. Without Loghain, there would be no Férelden to defend.
C'est vrai, mais on va quand même pas le laisser vivre.
My lords and ladies of the Landsmeet, Tyrn Loghain would have us give up our freedoms, our traditions, out of fear. He placed us on this path, yet we should place our destiny in his hands? Must we sacrifice everything good about our nation to save it?
A fine performance, Aemon. But no one here is taken in by it. You would attempt to put a puppet on the throne, and every soul here knows it. The better question is who will pull the strings.
Ah! Here we have the puppeteer.
Tell us, Warden, how will the Orlesians take our nation from us? Will they deign to send their troops, or simply issue their commands through this would-be prince? How much Férelden blood does Orlesian gold buy these days?
Alors, pour la petite histoire, quand les gardes des ombres sont venus voir Maric, c'était des gardes des ombres féreldiens. Loghain était persuadé qu'ils étaient là pour les trahir et pour les livrer à Orlais. Et quand il a enfin retrouvé Maric, il y a eu un coup d'état orlésien dans la tour des mages de Férelden. Et Maric était leur prisonnier. Il s'était passé plein de choses et les gardes des ombres venaient de buter le chef du coup d'état, mais c'est pas grave, à ses yeux c'est quand même pas top niveau image. Hein.
There are enough refugees in Mybanor now to make that abundantly clear.
The south is fallen, Loghain. Will you let Darkspawn take the whole country for fear of Orlais?
The Blight is indeed real, Wolf. But do we need Grey Wardens to fight it? They claim that they alone can end the Blight, yet they failed spectacularly against the Darkspawn at Ostagar. And they asked to bring with them 4 legions of Chevaliers. And once we open our borders to the Chevaliers, can we really expect them to simply return from whence they came?
Ah là là.
The Warden speaks truly. My son was taken under cover of night. The things done to him, some of them are beyond any healer's skill.
Hal was responsible for himself. He will answer to the Maker for any wrongs committed in this life, as must we all. But you know that. You were the one who murdered him. Whatever Hal may have done, he should have been brought before the Seneschal. There is no justice in butchering a man in his home.
Ah là là.
Selling elves. Explain this, Loghain.
This is war. Did you believe it would be like the old tales? Knights with pennants flying over battlefields where all outcomes are decided simply and with honor. War is cruel. Every soul who fought alongside Maric knows this. And in it, there are no such things as innocence, only the living and the dead, and the degrees of guilt both bear. Sacrifices were made. If they were too great, the Maker will judge me for it. But enough of this. I have a question for you, Warden. What have you done with my daughter? You took my daughter, our queen, by force, killing her guards in the process. What arts have you employed to keep her? Does she even still live?
I believe I can speak for myself. Lords and ladies of Férelden, hear me. This warden has slandered and defamed Férelden's greatest hero in a bid to put an impostor
Oh bah
on
ça
Merrick's
alors,
throne.
elle nous trahit. Oh là là. Oh là là.
Oh, when she turned on us, what a shock. She seemed like such a nice despot.
Est-ce que vous
It has
comprenez
become
pourquoi
clear
je
to
l'aime
me,
pas?
Warden, that the true threat to this nation is you. I offered you the chance to ally with me for the good of this nation, and you refused it. I will not allow you to destroy the throne Kaelin and I have held.
Who here can say that Anora is not fit to rule this land? And who can say that this Alistair is? We know nothing of him, save that he may have royal blood. For 5 years, Anora has been queen, and proven herself worthy of the Theron name. She can lead our people through this crisis, and I can lead her armies. My lords and ladies, our land has been threatened before. It's been invaded and lost and won times beyond counting. We Fereldens have proven that we will never truly be conquered so long as we are united. We must not let ourselves be divided now. Stand with me, and we shall defeat even the Blight itself!
Southreach stands with the Grey Wardens.
The Warden helped me personally in a family matter.
Waking Sea stands with the Grey Warden.
Dragon's Peak supports the Warden!
The Western Hills throw their lot in with the Wardens. Make her help us.
I stand by Loghain. We've no hope of victory otherwise.
I'm with Loghain. Who else could defeat the Blight? Loghain, I'm with you.
This bodes ill for us all.
Eh.
The Landsmeet has spoken. Following these Grey Wardens has cost us our king. We must not allow it to cost us our
T'as
country.
perdu le vote, Loghain.
I charge Eamon, Alistair, and this Warden with treason. Take these traitors outside to await execution.
To arms! We will not be taken without a fight.
Cette démarche pour reculer en mode je suis méchant et oh. J'espère que la sauvegarde s'est faite quand même. Allons-y. Alors, la sauvegarde a l'air d'être faite. For Férelden! Alors, il y a des mages derrière. Les mages. Vous allez m'embêter. Faites dodo. Toi. Loghain est sur Alistair, très bien. On va foutre un peu le bazar par ici. Voilà. Ouch. Loghain a renversé tout le monde. Et il vient nous chercher. Viens pas nous chercher. Ok, le premier mage est mort. Le deuxième aussi, c'est parfait. Ok. Maintenant, ce serait bien de tuer les arbalétriers. What? Je savais même pas qu'il y avait une partie de salle par là-bas. Bon. Bah écoute, pendant ce temps, il s'occupe pas de nous. Hein. Alistair, s'il te plaît, fais la même parce que j'en ai marre, hein. Il n'y a pas que lui qui sait faire. Nous, on est où? On est là. On va essayer de se placer mieux pour avoir plus de monde. Tiens, prenez-vous ça! Bon, ça fait mal aux alliés aussi, mais bon, c'est pas grave. Battez-vous entre vous. Faut qu'il arrête avec ses cris de guerre, le game. Ah, moi aussi je sais faire. J'ai plus trop de mana. Allez.
What now?
Bon. Ouais, c'est des guerriers, ils tiennent trop. Hop. Ok, c'est des archers alliés, donc tout va bien. Allez, tout le monde sur lui, comme ça il restera que Loghain. Voilà, maintenant c'est Loghain versus The World.
In the Maker's name, stop! We will have order.
Agreed. Let there be no further bloodshed in the Landsmeet.
Alistair's right to the throne is challenged. His challenger's honor is in doubt. In the past, such disputes were settled by duel. Will the Landsmeet agree?
Yes, if it will avoid further bloodshed. But it must be fought according to tradition, by strength of arms only, in single combat until one party yields. Do you accept the terms?
Warden, no. I'm afraid we can't leave the fate of all Férelden up to your dog. Anyone with a leftover ham bone could buy his allegiance. Choose someone else.
Eh, vous insultez mon chien! Bon, du coup, qui y va? Personnellement, je suis d'avis de laisser Alistair combattre, parce que c'est quand même pour lui. Et puis parce que Loghain, il peut nous two-shot. Par contre, ça veut dire que il y aura pas d'option pour épargner Loghain. Mais est-ce qu'on veut vraiment épargner Loghain? Je vous laisse choisir du champion. Est-ce que ce sera Alistair? Est-ce que ce sera nous-mêmes? Ou est-ce que ce sera Zevran qui n'a absolument rien à voir dans l'affaire? Sachant que Loghain, il se bat épée bouclier, donc il a pas mal de contrôle en combat singulier et il tank beaucoup. C'est pas forcément le meilleur adversaire pour Zevran, et il peut me two-shot, ou me foutre à terre avec ses ralliements excessifs. Au moins il combattrait à armes égales avec Alistair. Si personne dit rien, ce sera Alistair, hein. Attention. Bon bah va pour Alistair, hein, on va pas faire attendre tout le monde.
You know, I could have said that.
Then let us test the mettle of our would-be king. Prepare
Ah.
yourself.
Bah dommage, tu aurais pu choisir qui... Oula, c'est fort. Qui combattrait Loghain. Mais du coup c'est Alistair. Normalement... Pourquoi c'est moi? Pourquoi c'est moi? J'ai demandé à Alistair. Ou alors c'est juste que la cinématique est comme ça que je m'en souvenais pas. Non, c'est vraiment le jeu, il a décidé fuck it, t'as dit Alistair, ce sera toi. Non mais franchement. Ok hein, tu l'auras voulu le jeu. Et ben on va le contrôler jusqu'à la fin parce que sinon il va nous défoncer. Il a résisté. Ça va mal passer hein, que ce soit un mage qui ait gagné, mais bon. Non mais... Je suis un mage contrôle, Logain.
I underestimated you, Warden. I thought you were like Kalen, a child wanting to play at war. I was wrong. There's a strength in you that I have not seen anywhere since Marek died. I yield.
Qu'est-ce qu'on lui dit du coup maintenant qu'on l'a tapé? Hein? On peut accepter sa reddition et remettre son jugement à plus tard. Ou on peut décider de l'exécuter directement pour venger nos amis gardes des ombres enfin, nos amis récents gardes des ombres, surtout Duncan en fait, qui sont morts suite à sa trahison. Je crois que Zantis a encore un souci internet car mes stats m'annoncent que je n'ai pas de viewer. Il est pourtant dans le chat. Bah, c'est-à-dire, Zantis, oula, excuse-moi pour le bruit, j'ai tapé dans mon casque. Au pire, on peut accepter sa reddition et on verra ce que ça donne après en termes de dialogue pour voir si on nous force à prendre une décision.
I didn't just hear you say that. You're going to let him live? After everything he's done? Kill him already!
Wait, there is another option. The Tairn is a warrior and general of renown. Let him be of use. Let him go through the joining.
Alors, en gros, le choix, c'est soit on l'exécute, soit on en fait un garde des ombres. Mais Alistair, il accepte pas du tout si on en fait un garde des ombres. Hein. C'est pour ça que Logain est le personnage caché, parce que du coup, si on en fait un garde des ombres, Alistair est pas d'accord, il se barre, il abandonne son devoir de garde des ombres et il devient un alcoolique errant parce qu'il ne croit plus en l'ordre.
There are 3 of us in all of Férelden, and there are compelling reasons to have as many wardens on hand as possible to deal with the Archdemon.
The joining itself is often fatal, is it not? If he survives, you gain a general. If not, you have your revenge. Doesn't that satisfy you?
Absolutely not! Riordan, this man abandoned our brothers and then blamed us for the deed. He hunted us down like animals. He tortured you! How can we simply forget that?
Alors du coup, qu'est-ce qu'on en fait? Ce serait dommage d'avoir largué Zevran pour faire partir Alistair. Moi je dis ça, je dis rien. Et puis en plus, ça voudrait dire qu'on serait forcé de mettre Anora sur le trône. Après qu'elle nous ait trahis, j'ai pas très envie. Hein. Yes.
You can't do this. My father may have been wrong, but he is still a hero to the people.
Anora. Hush. It's over.
Stop treating me like a child. This is serious.
Daughters never grow up, Anora. They remain 6 years old with pigtails and skinned knees, forever.
Father.
Just make it quick, Warden. I can face the Maker knowing that Férelden is in your hands.
On le fait nous-mêmes ou on laisse Alistair l'exécuter? Parce que ça a bugué et on n'a pas pu le laisser combattre, alors on peut bien le laisser le tuer. En plus, il était plus proche de Duncan que nous, donc je trouve que ce serait plus juste. Alistair.
I will. I owe that to Duncan.
Et ça détruit toute chance de marier Alistair et Anora, mais de toute façon, on n'avait pas négocié ça. Tiens, prends le sang de ton père sur la gueule.
So it is decided. Alistair will take his father's throne.
I accept this decision. I will be king, if the Landsmeet will have me.
Honora, the Landsmeet has decided against you. You must now swear fealty to our king, and relinquish all claim to the throne for yourself and your heirs.
If you think I will swear that oath, Eamon, you know nothing of me.
Ah là là.
Reason clearly had nothing to do with your choice, Warden.
We cannot leave Férelden in a state of civil war. We must have unity. If she will not swear fealty to you, Alistair, and renounce her claim to the throne, she is a threat to us all.
Put her in the tower for now. If I fall against the Blight, then she can have her throne. If not, then we'll see.
You would give me a chance for the throne after all this?
I said if I fall, Honora. If I fall, the throne falls to you. I won't kill you while there's a chance that could happen. Somebody has to treat this Blight seriously.
That is uncharacteristically wise of you.
Yes, well, don't let it get around. I have a reputation.
Very well then. Guards, take her away.
Alistair qui veut sa réputation de sac à merde, alors que pas du tout.
Your Highness, would you address the Landsmeet?
Oh, that will be me, right? I never knew him, but from all I've heard of my father, what defined him was his commitment to protecting this land.
Qu'est-ce qu'on lui dit à Alistair? Est-ce qu'on lui dit de parler de l'enclin? Est-ce qu'on lui dit de dire ce qu'il faut faire? Ou est-ce qu'on lui dit de se la fermer et mettre sa putain de couronne sur la tête? Ok.
Everyone, get ready to march. It's going to take all of Férelden's strength to survive this Blight. But we will face it, and we'll defeat it! We'd better get going. Férelden is depending on us.
Ouais, on retourne pas à Denerim, on est directement chez le Jarlim.
I'm not going to question why you made me king. I even think I'm starting to come around on the idea anyhow. It could be an interesting future for me. But being king, that raises some questions about us. About you and me. You don't think so? Maybe you're right. But I've thought of almost nothing else since the Landsmeet. First, there's the fact that both you and I are Grey Wardens. It's not just a question of obligation, but of blood. You know that Grey Wardens don't usually live to become old, right? As king, I'll be required to have a child. Even more so because my death is assured. That's assuming that someone with the taint can or even should have a child.
Alors techniquement c'est possible, mais c'est très 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 difficile, alors que les deux soient garde des ombres, c'est...
Not with each other. Even one parent having tainted blood means having children is not recommended. All the Grey Wardens I knew with children had them before they joined the Order. I will need to find a wife, one who can bear a child, who will live to raise it. I don't relish it, but I will have a duty as the king. I love you, more than I ever thought possible. But I have to face what this means. I can't run away from it anymore.
Ah là là.
You mean, marry who I want? Carry on with whomever I want? You don't think that would be very unfair? To my wife as well as you?
Allez.
You're right. Of course you're right. Damn them all anyhow. If they want to make me king, then I'll be king. And I'll do exactly what I want to do.
Yes.
I'm such an idiot for bringing this up now. Can you ever forgive me?
Yes, on a réussi à rester avec.
Oh, that sounds rather saucy. We'll have to discuss my punishment later on, I see.
T'inquiète pas, on a une
Arlington
punition
has
pour
left
toi,
Red
Alistair.
Cliff. He says the army has gathered there and is almost ready to march. As soon as we're ready, we should head to Red Cliff ourselves. The blight awaits, right?
Et si on l'avait pas endurci, bah il aurait dit non. Hein. C'est pas possible de le convaincre de rester avec. Bref. Non, c'est ok. Pourquoi j'ai ça? Ah oui, j'ai un point de compétence. Vers où on se dirige déjà? J'ai un peu besoin de rien. On peut peut-être voir si on peut garder le point de compétence pour Awakening. Ça va faire dans longtemps, mais bon. Ouais, je pense qu'on va faire ça. Est-ce que quelqu'un d'autre a gagné un niveau dans l'affaire? Morrigan. Contrôle par le sang, non. Serviteur squelette, non. On était parti sur la paralysie de masse. Hop. Sten. Taper très fort. Espérance. Deliana. Toujours plus de ruse. Poison. Barde. Shale. Taper. Espérance. Ogren. Taper constite. On continue le psychomancien. Win, également gagné un niveau. Ange gardien. C'est bon, on a fait le tour. Tous les niveaux sont faits. On va pouvoir parler aux gens maintenant.
I got a moment's haze, sure. What about? All right. All right then.
Ok, bon, ils auront pas grand chose de plus à nous dire, je pense. Ah non, on est toujours à Denerim, ok, très bien. Win, t'as des choses à nous dire, mamie?
This is a nice estate, isn't it? What's on your mind?
Non,
I will
elle a
answer to
rien.
the best of my ability.
This is a nice change from having to sleep in the
N'empêche,
woods,
Alistair,
isn't
il
it?
est venu déclarer devant tout le monde hein, que je serais sa maîtresse. Il a essayé de me larguer en public devant tout le groupe.
You know, I could get to like this. The last time I came to Denerim, I stayed at an inn so filthy the bedbugs had fleas. Your wish?
Donc ça, c'est pour se remettre avec lui, on va éviter. Hein.
Again? I'm game.
Everything in here appears to be breakable. It seems most impractical. It doesn't have better things to do. Oh, how interesting. Certainly I remember having a master. My memories of what happened to him are vague. So some belabored description is now called for, is it? Oh, very well. My former master enjoyed experimenting upon me. I remember that much. There was tinkering with spells, and then the crystals. He was very eager to alter my function, I think. Flattery, and obvious flattery too. I feel warm and fuzzy inside. He possessed my control rod, and back then, it would have prevented me from doing anything he did not command me to, no matter how I might have wished to. So what happened? I am unsure. He was experimenting, and then nothing. There was pain. I do not feel it as soft creatures do, so the memory is an odd one. And then he was gone. I was standing where I was, in the village, and I could no longer move. The villagers came, poked and prodded me in fear, and then realized they could neither move me nor destroy me. So they simply left me. And in time, I forgot I hadn't stood there all along. In fact, at first I found it more of a relief. For so many years, I'd had to leap to that little toadstool's every command. Get this, pick up that, put it down, pick it up again. The gall! At first, I'd hoped he'd simply decided to leave me there paralyzed. An acceptable trade-off. After years passed, I simply stopped caring. Possibly. Except that he was not experimenting with the crystals at the time, I think. But my memory is not good. It may be correct. Whatever the mage did seemed to render the control rod useless, for which I should be thankful, yes? And provided it doesn't decide to copy his experiments, not that I would allow it, it is nothing to fear from me. Much. The things that it fights, and it fights things often, that is a different story. Let us get back to the walking and the fighting. My stone is beginning to itch again.
Ah là là. Hop, allons-y. Wouhou, Anora est plus là. Yay! Bon. Imone non plus et Alistair non plus. Ah. Où est passé Alistair? Il est pas aux cuisines. Il y a que aux graines, comme c'est habituel. Pas non plus dans les quartiers, bon c'est pas grave. On va sauvegarder ici. Histoire d'être sûr de pas avoir de problème. Oh.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
On peut encore se balader dans Dénérim, ok. On s'en fiche. Tais-toi. Tais-toi. Tu ne sais faire que réciter mal le cantique de la lumière. Bon. Non. On est ravis d'avoir sauvegardé juste avant. La carte de Dénérim. Bon, dans tous les cas, il va falloir qu'on retourne à Golfalois pour pouvoir poursuivre. Dwarvencraft, fine Dwarvencraft, direct from Orzammar. On connaît à force. Hein.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
N'empêche, je suis contente d'avoir un match contrôle parce que sinon ça se serait pas passé comme ça. Oui, on me dit d'aller à Golfalois. C'est encore Taoran qu'on rencontre ou... Non, c'est le marchand. Eh ben on s'en fiche. On continue. Nous voilà à Golfalois et les ennemis. Les vaches sont mortes.
It's you, the Grey Warden. Andraste's mercy that you got here when you did. I thought for sure these monsters were going to get me. They all fled to the castle this morning, before the Darkspawn arrived. I thought I could make it to my home and back before they got here, but it took me too long to get down here. What a relief you arrived. By now, yes, they'd have reached the castle walls. I'm going to get out of here before any more of those things arrive. Thank you again.
Des engeances à Golfalois. Un émissaire. Chose rigolote, les émissaires peuvent savoir parler. Eh, hey, il me pique mes strats. Bon, tu le lances ton sort ou... Foudre conductrice parce que ça va pas lancer quoi. Bon allez. Bah, c'est le moment où il y a tellement d'engeance que pour que le jeu soit encore faisable, ils les mettent à 2 PV. Dague en os de dragon. Cataplasme. Mais du coup le jeu il aime pas forcément beaucoup parce qu'il y a beaucoup d'entités à l'écran.
Let's finish this.
Merci Morrigan. Ah, Zevra n'est pas touché, ok. Ah oui, c'est vrai que ça marche aussi. Le carcan compresseur, ça casse les trucs gelés. C'est même plutôt efficace. Allez, on va tout purger. Décidément, ils ont pas de bol à Golfalois. Entre les cadavres du démon et les engences, ça fait beaucoup.
And so I shall.
Ah, j'ai pas sommeil encore. On va essayer de mettre cauchemar éveillé sur lui et de se barrer. Oui, c'est bon. On a interrompu. Alistair, non! Il y a un émissaire dans le tas. Les ogres qui se tapent dessus entre eux, c'est trop bien. Il faut buter l'émissaire. Morrigan, l'émissaire, s'il te plaît. Voilà. Morrigan, Alistair, s'il te plaît. L'émissaire qui soigne quoi. Bon. J'ai plus de mana. On va se faire mal. On va mettre une bombe vivante là-dessus. On n'a pas été assez rapide. Alistair est down. Aïe aïe aïe. Zevran, s'il te plaît, cet émissaire est une plaie. Oh, la paralysie, sympa. Ah, on va die. Il reste un Hurlock. Bon bah il est mort. Debout là-dedans. Voilà. Malus de consti. Bon, c'est pas cool mais ça va. Ça passe. On va vérifier qu'il n'y a pas de problème ailleurs et on va passer au château du coup. Parce qu'il paraît qu'on a des armées là-bas et que s'il y a beaucoup trop de dégâts, bah on n'aura plus d'armées pour combattre l'enclin. Après bon, si ça suffit à les mettre par terre, je sais pas si c'est trop nécessaire de les avoir. On peut pas passer par le passage secret, du coup on est forcé d'aller tout droit. On a juste eu un petit contretemps pour nettoyer tout ce qu'il y avait dans le village, mais bon, ça fait l'XP.
Of course. It appears we will need to fight the entire blight ourselves.
C'est bien résumé.
As you desire.
Tout le monde sur l'émissaire. Essayer de foutre un sommeil quelque part là-haut quand même. Oh, une boule de feu. C'était pas moi. Les soldats de Golfalo ont l'air d'avoir pris cher. Bon, vous, cassez-vous s'il vous plaît. Ah, merci. Voilà, l'émissaire est down. Ah, il y en a un autre. Il y en a un autre, tout le monde dessus. Vite. Trop tard. Ok. On est bon. Vague suivante. Tiens, voilà ce que j'en fais de votre vague, moi. Ça suffit pas. Battez-vous entre vous. Ok, on a eu tout le monde. On les a purgés. Est-ce qu'il y a eu des pertes de notre côté? J'ai pas l'impression, hein. Les soldats de Golfalo ont résisté. Oh, toi t'étais pas prévu. Yes, le stun. Je sais pas qui l'a fait, mais c'est très bien. Zevran passe derrière. Il a résisté. Ah, c'est Zevran encore une fois qui est droit à l'animation de fin. Ça fait très style Duncan, ce type d'animation.
You're here, thank goodness. Some did, yes, but we were able to close the gates and kill the ones in the courtyard. I was told to watch for your arrival, Warden. Your comrade Riordan arrived just ahead of the Darkspawn attack. He has urgent news for you.
Très bien.
I don't rightly know. Things happened so fast, I only know he was scouting in the south before he arrived. There might be stragglers, but you seem to have taken care of most of them out here. That's rather remarkable, really.
Ah, on peut pas le looter l'ogre. Bon bah du coup, allons voir Riordan. Hein. On va juste arrêter ça. Ah si, voilà. Belle mare de sang. Bon. Allons-y. Amène-moi Riordan.
I was told to watch for your arrival, Warden. Your comrade Riordan arrived. I should take you to the hall right away, my lady. They'll be waiting for you there.
Je reviens 2 secondes, je vais allumer la lumière.
It's a relief to see you unharmed. And you as well, Alistair. Or should I say your majesty?
No, I wouldn't say that. Not yet, anyway.
The Darkspawn that attacked Redcliffe were relatively few in number, I'm afraid. It was assumed the Horde was marching in this direction, but that is not true.
Riordan tells us that the bulk of the Horde is in fact heading towards Denerim. They are perhaps 2 days away from the capital.
What? Are we sure about that? I mean, if that's true...
I ventured close enough to listen in, as it were. I am
Allez.
quite certain.
Me revoilà.
The Darkspawn line is wide, and many of them roam away from the main Horde. Until now, most of them have been spotted here in the west.
Not to mention that we've been too busy killing each other to pay much attention to some silly old Darkspawn horde.
There is, I'm afraid, one other piece of news that is of even greater concern. The Archdemon has shown itself. The dragon is at the head of the Horde.
Make her preserve us.
But we can't reach Denerim within 2 days, can we? It's too far.
We must begin a forced march to the capital immediately with what we have. Denerim must be defended at all costs.
On en vient.
Perhaps not. But what is important is that we know where the Archdemon will be. If we do not defeat the Archdemon, it will not matter if Denerim is saved or the Horde defeated. And only the Grey Wardens can defeat the Archdemon. That is why we must go.
Then we march, and hope the army we've collected here gives us the chance we need. Al-Eamon, how long before the army can set out?
By daybreak.
Then let's get them ready. I won't let all those people die without giving them a chance.
Allez.
I will give the orders at once, and will notify you the moment we are ready to march.
That would be appreciated.
Then if you and Alistair could meet me before you retire, we have Grey Warden business to discuss.
I will have someone show you to your rooms. I suggest you all get some rest while you can. We will need it.
C'est parti pour le Grey Warden business. Ça c'est toujours notre point de compétence.
And what word have we from Orzammar? Has House Cloret sent their men or haven't they?
They're stalling, which is as good as a no. House Cloret's feud with House Romald has flared up again since their son died in that Deep Roads business. So naturally they're pleading the need for self-defense.
Fine time to start with that nonsense again. I've half a mind to... Evening to you, Grey Warden. I didn't realize you were still up and about. Nothing that can be dealt with now.
Bonsoir, Monsieur Floyd Pinkerton.
Than the stone that made them.
Once all of this blight business is done, there will be a reckoning in the Assembly. They're probably half hoping we'll all wind up dead. That way they'll have one of the strongest forces left in Orzammar. Enough to face the Darkspawn all on their own, I suppose? That's exactly the kind of half-arse thinking that got us into the mess after Endron passed. It was our good fortune
It's alright. Actually, the voices are in English and the texts are in French, so it should be alright for understanding. And I can actually speak both, so if you want to stay, feel free.
Resting? Who can rest after the march we had just getting here? You tall races have it so easy.
That and we're kept up thinking about the coming battle.
Are things truly that desperate? Do we stand a chance of losing?
It was really, really hot at the beginning of the week, but something like 2 days ago it started having storms a lot and raining a lot, so now it's down to a cool 20 degrees. It's alright. But it was really terrible at the beginning of the week.
Well, there's a reason to get drunk if ever I heard one.
Right. Off to camp with both of you, and keep the drunkenness to a minimum. We have a long way to go yet. Pleasant evening to you, Grey Warden, and good fortune on the field of battle.
Yep.
I suppose it remains to be seen what sort of king Alistair will make. Personally, I think the lad will do far better than he believes. He is Merrick's son, whether he sees it or not. He has a good heart. I can think of no better qualification. We have sent messengers to Orlais. With any luck, the Empress will send us help within a week. I think it entirely possible, however, that she has written Férelden off as a lost cause already, and will seek to defend her empire first. Perhaps the Grey Wardens of Orlais will be able to march and reach us in time. We should not rely on their arrival, even so.
Ah, all legions.
And now Denerim is under assault by the Darkspawn. The death toll will be staggering. I wish you luck, Grey Warden, for all our sakes.
Oh! Ils sont tous là! On Dragon Age? More like the 100th time. I finished reading the Calling again earlier today, so that I can have more stuff to tell when I get to Awakening. And well, I think of finishing the Origins basic part today. The only thing I didn't read yet is the comics. But since it happens after Dragon Age 2, it's alright for now. Well, more like a dozen times than 100, but you know.
I am listening.
I know that look. You have something on your mind, don't you?
Do they really have nothing to say? Damn it.
Ah, fancy meeting you here. I heard rumours that Redcliffe was once again open for business, but my word, isn't this amazing? Such bustle. The Earl has kindly offered my son and I lodgings in exchange for supplies. I'm happy to help him. And you too, of course. If you have need of my wares, you have but to ask.
I guess I could say she has the sexy French accent, which is something nobody has, because whenever you hear French people speaking with French accent, that means they speak terrible English, and their accent is also terrible. It actually makes my ears bleed. Not that I'm any better. I used to have Irish accent, but it's gone now. I didn't speak in a long time.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
I actually quite like Liliana's accent, truth be told. It's good on the ear, though I prefer Zevran's. I don't know, it's maybe because most French accent I heard from people who studied English was from people who actually didn't know anything in English and didn't understand anything, so they didn't really care. Might be the reason why. To them it was like studying math or anything.
Your wish?
We can actually get back together with Zevran again. No, please, don't.
What's on your mind? It is no trouble.
Okay, no, nobody actually has anything to say. Is that what you're saying?
As you desire.
Let's get back to Alistair.
Lovely.
What comes, my friend?
There you are. Let's go see what Riordan has to say.
I don't know if you heard, but my cat is calling me right now in the next room.
There you are.
That's terrible.
Let's go see what Riordan has to say.
Of course.
He wants some company.
You're both here. Good. You're new to the Grey Wardens, and you may not have been told how an archdemon is slain. I need to know if that is so.
You mean there's more to it than just, say, chopping off its head?
So it is true. Duncan had not yet told you. I had simply assumed. Tell me, have you ever wondered why the Grey Wardens are needed to defeat the Darkspawn? Were that so, then any skilled warrior would suffice. The Archdemon may be slain, as any other Darkspawn, but should any other than a Grey Warden do the slaying, it will not be enough. The essence of the beast will pass through the taint to the nearest Darkspawn and will be reborn anew in that body. The dragon is thus all but immortal. But if the Archdemon is slain by a Grey Warden, its essence travels into the Grey Warden instead. A Darkspawn is an empty, soulless vessel, but a Grey Warden is not. The essence of the Archdemon is destroyed, and so is the Grey Warden.
Meaning the Grey Warden who kills the Archdemon dies?
Yes. Without the Archdemon, the Blight ends. It is the only way. As far as we know, the transfer of the Archdemon's essence is automatic. If one of us is not present when the killing blow is made, it is all for nothing. There is no other way. For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
Too bad.
We keep it secret for the same reason the joining is kept secret. Who would become a Grey Warden if they knew the end that might await them? And yet there must be Grey Wardens. Without us, there is no hope. In Blight's past, when the time came, the eldest of the Grey Wardens would decide which amongst them would take that final blow. If possible, the final blow should be mine to make. I am the eldest, and the taint will not spare me much longer. But if I fail, the deed falls on you. The Blight must be stopped now, or it will destroy all of Férelden before the rest of the Grey Wardens can assemble. Remember that. But enough. There will be much to do tomorrow, and little enough time to rest before it. I will let you return to your rooms.
I will see you once the army is ready to march, then. I guess this ends soon. One way or another.
That it does, my friend. That it does.
Pauvre Riordan.
You should get some sleep before morning. There will be much to do when the army marches.
Do not be alarmed. It is only I.
Alors. We got a problem. Problem is, we want Alistair to be king. We want to survive, because, well, there's also Witch Hunt and Awakening to do. So, I did 2 actually. There was one when I was a Dust Dwarf, pariah, and the other one I was a Blood Mage. Very manipulative and all. So the Dust one was more about being evil, and the Blood Mage one was about, well, manipulating people to do evil things for me. Hey Xantis, still following?
I am well. 'Tis you who are in danger. I have a plan, you see. A way out. The loop in your hole. I know what happens when the Archdemon dies. I know a Grey Warden must be sacrificed, and that sacrifice could be you. I have come to tell you that this does not need to be. I offer a way out for all the Grey Wardens, that there need be no sacrifice. A ritual, performed on the eve of battle, in the dark of night. It is old magic, from a time before the Circle of Magi was created. Some might call it blood magic, but that is but a name. There is far more to fear in this world than names. From Flemeth, of course. I have known about it for some time. I did. Would you have believed me if I had been the one to tell you? I have my doubts. What I propose is this. Convince Alistair to lay with me, here tonight. And from this ritual, a child shall be conceived within me. The child will bear the taint, and when the Archdemon is slain, its essence will seek the child like a beacon. At this early stage, the child can absorb that essence and not perish. The Archdemon is still destroyed, with no Grey Warden dying in the process.
I once hung out with a bunch of foreign students. Well, it was quite funny, because some of them lived with French people, and I am French, but I always came to parties with the foreign students, so I was speaking in English with them, and the French people actually believed I was also foreign whenever I came to those parties. It was so funny. And then I started speaking French, and they were very, very surprised. Yes, it is hilarious. Pretty much, except for the time the German guy actually brought his sister and stepbrother to a party, and they started speaking in German, which I understand a little, but I don't speak German very much. Fortunately, I was drunk, and when you're drunk, you can actually believe that you speak other languages. So,
In return, I conceive a child, one who will be born with the soul of an old god. After this is done, you allow me to walk away, and you do not follow. Ever. The child will be mine to raise as I wish. This is what my mother intended when she sent me with you. She was the one who first gave me this ritual and told me of what I was meant to do. This does not surprise you, does it? Did you not wonder why Flemeth saved your life? Why she aided you? This is why. What is important is that I am offering this to you now. It will work, and it will save your life. Even if I thought Riordan could be convinced, he is unsuitable. I need one who has not been tainted for long. It must be him, and it must be tonight. If you care for him as you seem to, you will convince him to. Consider what the alternative might be. Do you think Alistair will fail to do his duty as the future king and save his country? And if you take the blow instead, he loses the woman he loves. How do you think he would feel about that? I think you have many good reasons to tell him to save his own life. I think you should consider them carefully. As you wish. I do not wish to tell you. The child will represent freedom. For an ancient power, a chance to be reborn apart from the taint. Is that not reason enough to do it? I will raise the child apart from the rest of society and teach it to respect that from which it came. Beyond that, you need know nothing else. Ignoring that after but one night it could barely be called a child, no, it will not be hurt. It will be changed.
I actually prefer writing than speaking, but both are okay, I guess.
Allow me to say that what I seek is the essence of the old god that once was, and not the dark forces that corrupted it. Some things are worth preserving in this world. Make of that what you will. I have no doubt he may, but he will not. It is all I ask for in return. Then you have decided?
So, do we make Alistair sleep with Morrigan? That is the final decision. For the continuity of the rest of the run, I actually want Alistair to sleep with Morrigan. So please make it so that Alistair actually will have slept with 3 people in the entire run. So that's actually 1 less than our character. Quite a good score for the virgin he was. I can actually speak sometimes. Because, well, I really don't want Anora to be on the throne. And I want our character to survive as well. So that we can actually chase after Morrigan and do the awakening part. Would be far better. So, let's go.
A wise decision. I shall wait here then while you go and speak with Alistair. I urge you to be convincing.
More drama.
I see you can't sleep either. I also saw Morrigan outside your room earlier, and the look she gave me. Ooh, that was icy even for her. Is something up?
Actually, if you refuse what Morrigan proposes, she leaves the party. And she finds another way to have the old god child.
Not really. All these men look at me and I see it in their eyes. I'm their king. Suddenly it feels so real. But now you're changing the subject. This isn't about me. This is about Morrigan. I'm tired, but I'm not stupid. What did she want? This is what I get for becoming king. Everyone always brings you the bad news. So what is it then? Rats running amok? Cheese supplies run low? I can take it. You mean with the archdemon, right? If you mean running away, I can't do that, but you don't mean that, do you? What is this about? Ha ha! All right, that's pretty funny. Nice way to cut the tension. So, what's really up? Cute. This is payback, right, for all the jokes? But you're not joking. You're actually serious? Wow. Be killed by the archdemon or
Do you have an
sleep with
example?
Morrigan. How does someone make that kind of choice? You're not actually asking me this, are you? What kind of ritual is this, anyway? Well, that's reassuring. Wait, no it isn't.
I don't know.
Even if I was willing to entertain this idea, and I'm not saying I am, is this really what you want me to do? Are you sure?
Alistair is having a crisis.
All right, I do trust you, and I'll do it. Oh, where is she? Let's go and get this over with before I change my mind.
Yes!
'Twould seem your talk is done.
Great, this isn't a dream after all.
What is it to be then? Has a decision been reached?
Oh, you know, dinner would have been nice. Maybe a bit of wine. Or you could knock me out first.
Tempting. Still, I am glad to see that it has been done. Let us go somewhere more private, Alistair, and believe me when I say you will not hate this quite so much as you believe.
When you think of it, Morrigan actually came to us all the way to sleep with Alistair, despite hating the guy. That's terrible.
We have gathered all the forces we can. The Darkspawn Horde is sure to reach the capital before us. And so we must race to Denerim as quickly as we can. The lives of many thousands hang in the balance. We must not forsake them. You have gathered an army to replace the one lost at Ostagar, Grey Warden. Let us pray that it will be enough.
Before us stands the might of the Darkspawn Horde. Gaze upon them now, but fear them not. The woman you see beside me is an elf, raised to the ranks of the Grey Wardens. And never a more glorious Grey Warden has there been. She has survived despite the odds, and without her none of us would be here. Today, we saved Denerim. Today, we avenged the death of my brother King Kaelan. But most of all, today, we show the Grey Wardens that we remember and honor their sacrifice. For Férelden! For the Grey Wardens!
And the game crashed. Again. So, I think we'll use the opportunity to cut the live now, so that I can have more, well, separate the videos actually before uploading them, and I'll be right back.